The Russian prodigy set to compete in the free skate on Thursday. That is the medal skate. But the IOC says there won't be a medal ceremony if she podiums. Is the commission digging themselves into a deeper hole with this call? The panel is back, the man panel. Jason Meister, Hahn, and Spike Cohen. I was really mad about Eileen Gu. I'm really mad about this. I don't like dirty Olympics. If they all get to juice, let them juice. If they have to play clean, then they all got to play clean. I agree with Johnny Weir. Your thoughts, Jason?
Thanks, Kennedy. Yeah, look, Russia has a history with this. They juice up their kids, and we've seen this in the past Olympics. And it's terrible because these are young children that are being exploited for Olympic medals. And It's disgusting. It's disgraceful. They owe these children a lot more than an apology. But look, she should be completely disqualified. But her coaches and the adults in the room that are putting this in her body, they should be totally removed and banned from the Olympics ever again. So that's my position on this, and I think that she should be completely disqualified and not be participating because it's so unfair to the other athletes that spend their life, their entire lives practicing for the Olympics to compete against someone who's on a performance-enhanced drug. And by the way, there is no mistake here. She had 3 drugs in her system, not one. Only one of them is banned by the Olympics, but the other 2 were also performance-enhanced drugs. They just weren't on the list of ones that are banned by the Olympics. So this excuse that it was grandpa's medicine is ridiculous.
Oh, but they're so used to lying. You know, they were just like, let's go to our book of stock excuses and just pick something out of there so we have unfair advantage. You know what really pisses me off here, Hahn? Sha'Carri Richardson, who had THC in her system, which is not a performance-enhancing substance, she was not allowed to compete at the Summer Olympics last year.
Yeah, weed does not make you faster. It does a lot of things to you, but it does not make you faster.
She should have been given a medal just for that.
This might come... Right. I mean, and she was one of the most interesting athletes that would have been competing at those games. She was wild. We would have loved to have seen her. We would have loved to have gotten to know her. I'm a sucker for the Olympics. I can't stand that this is going on right now, quite frankly. It drives me nuts. She's 15 years old. I have a 15-year-old daughter upstairs. She's probably doing her homework right now. She's not at the Olympics. It's not her fault. It is her problem. She should be disqualified. And this is what happens when there are no consequences. Russia is competing under this ROC banner right now, playing better music for their anthem. And their athletes still get to compete. There needs to be a real consequence for what happens, and there hasn't been none, and we're seeing more cheating by the Russians.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Kick them out of the sport. I can't stand this. Spike, your thoughts? Russia doesn't care.
Yeah, I think it's most of it's already been said. I mean, it's unfair to the other competitors to allow her to continue competing. It's unfair to her because I'm not convinced that this was her idea. I think a bunch of adults, let her into this. It's unfair to others like Sha'Carri Richardson, who took what I can only describe as a performance inhibitor. The rare times that I've ever dared take cannabis, the last thing I wanted to do was run. And frankly, if we're gonna do juicing, if we're saying de facto saying that it's okay, then let's just open it wide open because frankly, America will win that. America genetically engineered Michael Phelps to be shaped like an orca. America created Matt Hamilton, who is the embodiment of peak physical form. If we're gonna start juicing, we can all of our athletes can be the Barry Bondses of their respective sport. We can just completely dominate and take over.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, I've argued that for a long time because, a lot of the anti-doping, the people at WADA and other organizations, they're pretty corrupt themselves. And a lot of this is very, very arbitrary. And we're seeing that. And by the way, if a 15-year-old can't decide what they're putting in their body, and if you're saying that a 15-year-old has no idea and they're not responsible, then they cannot compete on the grandest stage in all of sport. Sorry.
That's true.
All right.